found a pair of handcuffs attached to a leg of the bed in my Airbnb in Tijuana. Our cruise came to a standstill after finding these castaways in the middle of the Atlantic. These colorful cars happened to be parked next to each other in the otherwise dull sea of grayscale cars. The way the sea was relocated after a wreck. This truck has a rap to make it look bad. Warning at a gas station over a tortilla chip for sale. Please read this warning. The Paqui One Chip Challenge is an extremely spicy tortilla chip made with the Carolina Reaper pepper. Please educate store employees on the intensity of this product. The One Chip Challenge is not intended for anyone sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades or capsaicin, anyone who is pregnant, or has any medical conditions. Keep out of reach of children. Wash hands after eating. Side effects may include general discomfort, sweating, nausea, or vomiting. Employees should encourage consumers to participate in the One Chip Challenge off of store premises. The most common items in my kid received on Halloween. Canada. A lot of soda cans in Hawaii have a rim top. 2 stones I found on a lakeshore perfectly fit one in the other. The women's locker room at my gym has a highly secure personalized locking system, whereas the men's locker room can be entered by anyone. This book I bought had a $50 Canadian dollar in it. Left a cup with a little bit of milk in my room, went out of town, and came back to this ecosystem. UPS wants me to remit a -9 cents. They even provided an envelope for me to use. A better pain scale at the doctor's office. A better pain chart. 0. I'm not experiencing any pain at all. I don't even know why I'm here. 1. I'm completely unsure whether I'm experiencing pain or itching, or maybe I just have a bad taste in my mouth. 2. I probably just need a band-aid. 3. This is distressing. I don't want this to be happening to me at all. 4. My pain is not ducking around. 5. Why is this happening to me? 6. Ow. Okay, my pain is super legit now. 7. I see Jesus coming for me and I'm scared. 8. I'm experiencing a disturbing amount of pain. I might actually be dying. Please help. 9. I'm almost definitely dying. 10. I'm actively being mauled by a bear. 11. Blood is going to explode out of my face at any moment. Too serious for numbers. You probably have Ebola. It appears that you may also be suffering from stigmata and or pink eye. My brother got a can of cat food in his Halloween candy. My Star Trek TNG costume came with a ranking pip chart. The Halloween meringues my girlfriend baked looked like sugary white super mist. This very specific speed limit. My odometer and trip meter showed all 2s today. American food theme in a Lidl in Finland. The Hercules Beetle, one of the largest flying insects in the world. Ideal weight-height ratios on this super old scale I found. This British house I stayed in has an American outlet. This chicken burrito for ants that I paid $11.70 for at Chipotle. A moth on my mini Buddha statue makes it look like Buddha's wearing a coat or cape. I've got a Burger King ketchup at McDonald's. My baby's hairy ears. Wrote a letter to POTUS and received a response back less than a month later. Dear Mr. Thank you for sending me your kind note of support and encouragement. I'm humbled by the faith the American people have placed in Vice President Kamala Harris and me. Our country faces many challenges, and the road we will travel together will be one of the most difficult in our history. It is time for all Americans to set aside their differences, to try to understand one another, and to strive to make the promise of a just, prosperous, and secure nation a reality for everyone. If we look ahead in our uniquely American way, restless, bold, and optimistic, and set our sights on the nation we know we can be, we will meet this moment. I look forward to writing the next great chapter of the American story with you. Sincerely. People left money on the grave of Andrew Carnegie. A clean silver shot glass next to its tarnished sibling. These old gold Crayola crayons have turned green with age. This rainbow walkway at the Miami International Airport. Office mates seen reserving increasingly complicated spaces on a shared whiteboard. Pulled a paper wasp nest from the corner of my shed, and it left a perfect cross section. This goose thing holder at my friend's house. My wife is wearing a hole in her space bar. The bulk locust silhouette on this mug was plagiarized from a Petrides field guide printed from 1958 to 1972, flipped image. I've had this poster for like 20 years and I just noticed the lightsaber colors are wrong. The display decals for this wall clock have today's day and date. This package is double printed. A camouflaged Dr. Pepper truck used on US military bases to restock base vending machines. Blueberries on a palm of a 5-year-old. 1989 cost of living. I bought 57-year-old metal Kirby vacuum cleaner from Goodwill. This pizza is cut in diamonds. I live in a log cabin and decided to decob a room in the house that isn't used much with my hand, just in time for Halloween. This toy magazine from a 2002 Barbie set says, "Stop school shootings." This is how giant Galapagos tortoises sleep. I don't know what's going on here, but one cow seems to be standing off against a herd of cows. My child got a bag of olives trick or treating. I ordered 1 loaf of bread from grocery pickup and they gave me 5. Raindrops gave this pumpkin teeth. These chips have a variety of flavors in the same bag. My dog, who is mixed breed, looks almost identical to this dog on a food bag. I found a long curly fry. The sign at one of the male washrooms in a mall has its head portion detached and leaned against a wall. This cat looks like a bulk hole warping space-time. Got this piece of Toy Story film stripe for my birthday yesterday. This note on a drink machine: "We demand root beer." No longer will we accept the fascist agenda of Fanta, Minute Maid, and melon flavored Mountain Dew. Gone are the days of rolling over. You've seen our demands, now heed them. There was a mega wheat in my mini wheats. This TV VCR Combo was a dealer add-on for the 1999 Suburban. My girlfriend drew a Halloween scene by cultivating different types of bacteria. My brother dropped a watermelon and there was a tongue inside. My daughter got a Barbie Happy Meal toy from the 90s in her Halloween haul. Found this mushroom growing in my shower. The shower is cleaned thoroughly every 2 weeks. Found this 1994 grocery receipt in an old 1985 cookbook I thrifted. I won $4 on the $1 billion Powerball lottery on a ticket I found while walking my dog. Power LED user guide. LED explanation. Power on, power on, off, power off. Auto shop rigged a car battery to charge phones. This old car still has an impeach Nixon bumper sticker. My cousin works for Gibson and just built a custom guitar for Elton John. I opened 10 packs of Starburst from a bag of assorted Halloween candy, and they are all pink. One last yellow tree, holding on. Master Shake's a legitimate son. Saucy is selling meringues now. There's a tower of suitcases at this airport. This 12th century Buddhist sculpture has blood vessels in his eyes. Found the left stone years ago at a beach and the right stone today in a forest. The bismuth crystals I made today looks like the map of Australia without Tasmania. I find rocks in Florida and cut them in half. Double rainbow at Berry Island, Wales this morning. There is a sauna at this Burger King in Helsinki. This person has a McDonald's suitcase. They tore down a local CVS, but left the entrance intact. This bulk squirrel carrying a persimmon in my yard looks ready for Halloween. This doghouse is a replica of the main house. Blast from the Past Delorean with a fitting license plate. The placeholder text wasn't replaced on this pack of batteries. Found store brand pickles with a name brand cap while working. This 2 different trees shaped into one. Copper crystals forming on a car battery terminal. Grocery store not selling Russian vodka. Attention. We have removed all Russian vodka from our store shelves and Radars.com. All vodka currently on shelf is non-Russian in origin. Pinhead meat and cheese tray. Car in front of me had the Mandalorian 4 brakes. There's a disclaimer on our cheese shipment at work because it smells gross. Cheese inside. Smell is normal. Do not discard without authorization. Concerns? Contact Meadow Creek Dairy. Forgot an empty kombucha in my trunk for 2 weeks. Someone brought Cheerio donuts into work today. Louisville's women's basketball team has a slide that goes from the office to the practice gym. Was out shopping, and in my change was a 1963 $5 bill in remarkably good condition. My 7 months took this picture accidentally while we were at a restaurant, and it is an interesting composition, like a dark rainy mountainscape. This tree is all the fall colors at once. In the southern part of India, this is one of the way we cook idly using jackfruit leaves. My costume's gloves came with repurposed playing card sheets inside. This baked bean on display in a shop window. One of the apples in my bag exploded outward. A pizza slice with pizza toppings. The audio guide at the Louvre is a Nintendo 3DS XL. A sleepy autumn bumblebee. This dog's statue's paint has worn off from head pats. My Dil Havati cheese looks like a used paw stripe. Yuck. This mushroom. My Kinder Surprise egg was double coated. Heinz makes peanut butter. Aunt B, Frances Bavier moved to the real Siler City, North Carolina when she retired. People still leave pickles trinkets at her grave. The spire on this church. Half-buried car in Minneapolis. My son's band-aid perfectly pulled of his temporary tattoo. Vote Jay Walker District Judge. Here in Oklahoma we want to vote in actual crimes to be our judge. Vote for experience. Jay Walker, District Judge. I willy-nilly tossed a pat of butter onto the pan, and it landed perfectly on the corner and stayed that way. A small group of ladybugs congregate in the same corner of my house every day. A pumpkin I made for spooky season. I saw a Batmobile today. This ladybug is missing a few spots. I peeled my orange in one peel. This swing for people in wheelchairs. Unassembled furniture came with a small packet of wood glue. The lolly haul for a 3-year-old on Halloween in Australia, including a beanie kid. This branch had a gradient of dying leaves. My quarter pound came with 2 top buns. Warning label on a container for my new gel blaster. Do not put water in this hopper. Water will cause permanent damage to your blaster's internal electronics, and you will be sad. People leaving coins for others at the drive-thru window. Absolute worst slogan I've ever seen. We are not the best, but we are good at what we do. Service and repairs. This gigantic acorn I found today. Fruit of Monstera deliciosa that I got from a public garden. I knew it was edible, but had never seen it before. Smells and tastes amazing. This globe in my school library from before the USSR fell. I pushed this thing out of my salivary gland. This boot-shaped carrot from my parents' garden. A container for dice that is also a die itself. It started raining, and this tree with grey bark suddenly turned tie-dye colors where the water hit. Got new boots. What 9 years of wear looks like on Doc Martens. My World Atlas book from 1762. Found a U-turn only light today. My pumpkin grew a full head of hair. There was a cat hanging out in the pest control display at my local hardware store. The path taken by a snail on my window. Found this in my room after moving into supported accommodation. This subway station cuts right through a medieval city wall. This Dr. Robotnik figure is facing the wrong way in this catalog. My boss and I have exchanged the same birthday card for 6 years. It's possible to make your birthday special and still be a man about it. Have a good one. There is a lemon party on my cruise. My kid got a potato in his trick-or-treat bag. This pie would not hold, looks like it has teeth. My gingerbread latte came with a tiny gingerbread man nestled in the cream, smiling at me. Found this unique fellow in the garden. End of the rainbow during a sun shower this afternoon. Philadelphia. The color distribution of these Smarties. Someone made a stone rainbow on Hornsey Beach, UK. The inside of an electric vehicle charger. Disco Kermit doll, attired in full disco gear, but has no shoes. This old-timey Donkey Kong arcade cabinet. My Roku's HDMI cable lined up with news conference just right. Tie wrap on this Jeep looks like an American flag sphincter. This house in Texas, built out of the front half of an airplane. Clicked my ice cream, and it made a face. Chicken feet socks. A super colorful moth I found. My friend's jack-o'-lantern, after being outdoors for a few weeks. I found crustless bread at a general store. This troll is using a car as a sled down a hill. This crane I made is pretty small. Preschoolers grew a yam the size of a preschooler. Was in a bar in Rome, and they had this pumpkin/good thing on the table that looked like a dragon's head. Angry capsicum like a kid. My mug has a handy knob on the handle to wrap my tea bag string around. Hold separated by cover while rerouting rock climbing wall. Building with windows in no particular order. Today I bought a 10-piece set of 10mm sockets. My wife is working on miniatures. Butcher paper cutter. This sofa looks like a giant stone. This mildly threatening advertisement. McRib. Enjoy it like it's your last. I put googly eyes on sister's vaporizer to make her happy. My brother has a condition where his iris leaks into his pupil, doesn't affect his vision. This taco-sized tortilla chip that I just pulled from a bag. Advice from the electricity department in India. Reduce anxiety and stress by practicing meditation. Together we will fight COVID-19. SpaceX flew by my house. The light above my doctor's exam table has a special cover. Old Greg Fuzzy Little Man Peach Beer. Big Ace Wrench. This outrageously sized avocado. This snow melt pattern in Alberta, Canada. A Bulgarian sandwich brand that reads as cram in English. The spiders at Starbucks wear aprons in North Pole, Alaska. Yellow mustard is called American mustard in New Zealand. My wife was doing laundry and pulled out this 1 penny from the washing machine. My resealable bag of rice has velcro rather than a clip. There is a star in my spiral macaroni. My local Costco has quail eggs for sale. This bathroom stall has a cup holder. My iris is a different colors, blue and brown, also called heterochromia. My girlfriend's beat. This lift panel with no button for second floor. Dinosaur puzzle with dinosaur shaped pieces. Someone in my computer science class changed the keys on this keyboard to alphabetical order. The way my kitty had both his baby and adult canine teeth at the same time. One of my tomato plants is producing seedless tomatoes shaped like chilies. Went to give my dog a mini milk bone, and he got 3 for the price of 1. This cinnamon has not been irradiated. This bus stop in Barbados has a built-in charging port powered by solar panels on the roof. This little weevil I photographed has scales that look like seashells. These elevator buttons clean themselves. Self-cleaning buttons. In the sunlight, you can see the heating element underneath my induction stove. Plenty of hotels have waffle makers. The one I just stayed at had an automatic pancake maker. This basil plant I grew from a scrap from the grocery store. Found a dog howling in a cut of wood. I found 3 rhino beetles in their 3 larval stages. My new work computer arrived. Fragile. This picture of fire in the shape of an animal I took last night. This hotel's keycard is made of wood. My local mall's old-timey bank that got turned into a pinball arcade. Friend came over to my house with a Reddit backpack. This rock that kind looks like an upvote. The message on my fortune today: if your cookie is in 3 pieces, the answer is no. The rain on this road barrier looked like an audio waveform. A brick highway runs for several miles through rural Florida. The horizon from flight looks like landscape did not render. The skin of a large huntsman spider, after it had melted. Found it on my recycling bin this morning. Found an abomination in my Cheeto bag. Ripped it in half, and it's just a block of cheese. An extreme close-up of a human iris. My unopened bottle of Prohibition-era medicinal wine. A mosquito snacked the blood from the middle of my bruise. The local garbage truck on Halloween. This $1 million bill I found in the tip jar at a Chen's restaurant. Thank you for your tips. My pizza box is still advertising Google+. Saw the original Volkswagen bus from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This dumpster and car in matching yellows. My cat's tooth on his tongue a second before he swallowed it. This spirit store actually had a legit sign instead of a shutty banner. When the skylights in my house fog up, you can see the original sticker from the manufacturer, removed 20 years ago. I'm developing a super easy website builder in hopes of returning the good old days of personal websites. Test out the alpha. Farmer has their groceries in the bucket of their tractor while getting food at Taco Bell. Frost on bridge bolts. Build a fan using 5 fans. My pepper was in a good mood. The veins in my cat's ear. This mirror in my hotel bathroom has a built-in clock. A power plant simulator found in an abandoned car factory. The filtered water system at my work now also dispenses sparkling water. For sparkling water, press both heat and cold paddles down together.